Hey, Shalom, Markins, Rakam Bakafash from Jimis London, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto elders, to the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole Fodex, pushing his truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video, just a quick one. Just kind of like an add-on to the video Apostle Gabar did recently with I believe it was ROI. I think he mentioned it was ROI, ROI. Reprobates of Israel, right? And then basically, find an excuse to kind of like, participate or celebrate Thanksgiving, Israelite style, I guess, masking it with Hebrew, the Hebrew Israelite twinge, twang, you know, and they were basically claiming that we don't celebrate Thanksgiving and all this kind of stuff and blah 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 blah. But Yahweh Shai every day is Yahweh Shai, and and all those things they sound like justifiable, but we like your spirit, especially because you ain't in the spirit. But the spirit was basically showing you that man, these man just really wanted to celebrate Thanksgiving and they wanted to find a way to do that. That's what it was, and they had all kind of abominations lined up to eat that day, and they claiming it for it to be in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's what they were doing, But it's just an excuse to have a party, man. Jake love a party, man. Jake like to any time there's a party going, Jake want to be a part of it, man. So, but my question is this: how is that any different? Because like I say, you might not really in the spirit. Like I say, you serve all kinds of abominations in your little gathering, right? How is that any different to what the Christian church did with let's say Christmas, right? Because under the guise of the Lord, we're gonna celebrate December 25th. The Lord born, he was born on the 25th. That's all bullshit, and we all know it's bullshit. But under the same guise, that's what they were doing. They were amalgamating, combining things of the world with these scriptures, man, and using the scriptures as a front to do things. Right? That's why we got Christmas today, because it's supposed to be about the Lord, but we know December 25th is a pagan holiday. That but people were into that. People were into that, just like Thanksgiving. People were into that, but they wanted to put a spin on it. Oh, we're gonna make this about the Lord though. We're gonna package it up like the Lord, like it's to do with the Lord, and we're gonna celebrate it, and in the name of, well, Jesus Christ for them mans, but you're doing the same thing, right? And there's nothing wrong with eating and cooking and doing whatever you do on that day. In reality, it's no day, it's no different to any other day, but. Right, we have a responsibility, man, right, to not give the wrong impressions to those in this faith, right, and to conduct ourselves in it's not, we don't use these times and moments for excuses to party, right? Because like Apostle Gabar was saying, that why that day? Could have picked any other day to do that, but no, you decided to do it on that day. You didn't have to. You're not being forced to. It's not, you didn't have to do it. But you chose to do it and make a big thing out of it, record it, put it out there. Yeah, Israel, we're going to have, doing all of this, right? Making it seem cool and everything. And you're going to make, Jake want to get in on the party, man. You make Jake feel like left out, man. Like, yeah, man, I want in on some of that, minus the abominations and stuff, man. But, Jake want to get into a party. So, these Israelites do know that maybe we should do that. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we'll do that next year. It breeds wickedness, essentially, man. It's breeding wickedness, man, in the minds and corruptness in the minds of Israelites and potential people waking up in the truth, which is not good. But enough of me talking. Let me grab some scriptures, man. Like I said, I don't want to make this too long. So I'm going to just start here in 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 1. Right, it says, now as touching things offered unto idols, right? Now, I say it's a day that the world worship that Esau's put up there. It's one of his holidays, right? And back in the ancient world, yeah, they had these celebrations too, right? And they just offer up these foods and meats to these false gods, these idols, right? That's what they do. Same kind of thing, same concept, right? Now, such things offered unto idols, we know that we have all, so we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing yet as he ought to know, right? But if any man love God, Yahweh, the same is known of him. As concerning therefore the eating of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols, we know that an idol is nothing in the world, right? That's true. We know, like, regardless of what all these guys are doing, who they're celebrating and who they're worshiping, we know they don't really exist, right? They're not actually real. Idols are false, wood and stone. We know this, right? But in a man's mind, is real though, right? And it goes on to say, we know that an idol is nothing in the world, and that there is none other God but one. There's only one Most High, right? For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many, but to us there is but one God, the Father, of whom are all things, and we in him, and one Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, by whom all things, and we by him, right? So everything is the Lord's. At the end of the day, right? If we choose to eat on that day or don't choose to eat on that day, it makes no difference, because to us, like, these things are not real anyway. We're just eating of the food the Most High set before us, man. We give all praises to the Most High, and the things that are given to us, right? It's all His, right? Our mind, we're not in tune with what's going on out here, all right? But like I said, you guys are not even in tune. Like, you're saying, oh yeah, we're not taking part in Thanksgiving, but we're gonna do this in the name of the Lord. But at the same time, you like I said, you're serving up pork, ham soaked in Coca-Cola. That's a madness, right? Ham soaked in, marinated in Coca-Cola. What do you say? Bacon or pepper pig bacon. All this madness, and like, you had the turkey there. Like, that was the only clean thing that was there that I heard. Everything else was like pork, and I mean, they had mac and cheese and whatever. And no book about was going into that, how unhealthy these things are, But it's like that, the abomination that was there, it was mostly just abomination, right? So you're not in tune with the Lord anyhow. Like, to say that you're doing this in the name of the Lord, that's absolutely BS, man. You just wanted to throw a party, man, and wanted to feast and chow down, and you had the excuse because it's Thanksgiving and it's a big holiday in the States and whatever, and you get the guys together, because I don't know how it works. I don't know if everybody's off like in a holiday like that. I don't know, but it's an excuse to get everybody around and do what you do. Have a drink, fun, and be fools at it. It says, verse 7, howbeit there is not in every man that knowledge, right? Not everybody has the same, equipped the same knowledge as that. We don't the same mindset as we do, right? Their mind is gone. There's something somewhere else, right? They believe in something completely different, right? It says, for some with conscious of the idol unto this hour eat it as a thing offered unto an idol, and their conscience being weak is defiled, right? Because they believe in what they're doing is for this idol. Yeah, you're going off, right? So if you're eating it and you're thinking about these things, or you're upholding these things, and yeah, obviously it's gonna defile you. It's off. But like, let's say like it's Christmas coming up, for instance, right? Because Thanksgiving doesn't, not the same over here. Like, nobody pays that much attention to it, but like, Christmas is the holiday everyone celebrates, right? And if there's a plate of food going, and I ain't got to cook, I might go get myself a plate. I might go eat some chicken or turkey or lamb or whatever it is that that's clean, that whoever's cooking. I may just do that, and that's not guaranteed, but I may just do that. Otherwise I'll be at home, you know, not doing very much. Do some videos if I got the luxury to do so. But it's not a celebration in any of our minds. You know, we're just gonna get some food, man. Just chicken. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, turkey or whatever, man. You know, we're not there for the occasion. Okay, you guys obviously wanted to be there for the occasion of, because it was Thanksgiving, and it was an excuse to you know, kind of jump on that. Let's grab this, right? Ecclesiastes, Sirach chapter 32 verse 17 says, a sinful man would be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will, right? People just find excuses to do what they want to do at the end of the day, man. They're following the lust of their heart, the lust of their flesh, you know. And I say he was trying to, you know, justify his reasoning for it, right? And they say find an excuse, right? In Sirach 33 and 7 said, why doth one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun, right? Right? It just is what it is, right? But the knowledge of the Lord, by the knowledge of the Lord, Salakia, they were distinguished, and he ordered seasons and feasts. Some of them he have made high days and hallowed them, and some of them he made ordinary days. Right? Most of the time, if it's just an ordinary day, despite, you know, what Esau makes you want, you know, wants you to believe with his high holy days or his wicked days or whatever, right? They're just regular days in reality, right? We have high holy days, man. Okay, we have the Passover, the Feast of Tabernacles, Purim, and Hanukkah. We have these days set out, you know, ordained by the Lord. Okay, these are high holy days, the Sabbaths and the new moons. They're all given to us to uphold, right? But these other days are just, you know, ordinary days that man has exalted. Well, who cares what Esau put up there? You know, we don't need to participate in that. Now, that don't mean, like, if it's an ordinary day, don't mean you can't, you know, back in ancient times or whatever, you can't just go cook up a feast and have people around. And of course you can. It's it's still just a regular day. It ain't nothing special about that day. You know, and that's what Elder Apostle Gabal was saying. Like, you could just, you know, you could have picked another day to get together and have the cookout or whatever, man. Why did it have to be that day? Because now what it looks like on the outside is that, you know, you're, you know, kind of trying to fuse these things together, just like Jake liked to fuse rap and hip hop with, you know, with his whole Israelite thing, you know, certain camps, right, and all these other stuff. People are trying to fuse things from the world into this truth, and that's a recipe for disaster, man. It truly is, right? And like I said, you know, it doesn't show the right image, so to speak, for lack of better words, you know, on those that may come in, you know. So let me go back. Where was I? Verse 8, right? 1 Corinthians 8 verse 8 says, but meat commendeth us not to the Most High, for neither if we eat are we the better, neither if we eat not are we the worse, right? So when we eat, like I said, it's Christmas, you know, in the world it's Christmas Day. So what? What can't eat? Of course I can. The Christmas Day don't mean nothing to me. All these things that are going on don't mean nothing to us. So what's the problem with eating, right? But it says verse 9, right? But take heed lest by any means this liberty of yours, because we have this understanding and we're not constrained by these false idols. We're not being, you know, these false idols are not gonna kind of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, man? I was gonna use the word manipulate. Manipulate is not the right word. You know, they're not gonna cause us to do or to not do something, because they're not real. Like, so why are we going, you know, living life according to these things that don't really exist? If you know what I'm saying, you know, for lack of better words, you know. It says, but commendeth us unto the Most High, for neither if we eat we are the better, neither if we eat not are we the worse. But take heed lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak, right? And obviously these guys are not of right mind, right? They're not fully educated in the word, right? They don't really fully have the knowledge of the Lord, right? They got his name and things like that, and the son's name, but knowledge, they don't they're not really learned, right? Like I said, they had all kinds of abominations on you know, ready to eat and all that kind of stuff, and that just shows you, man, like, well, what you doing, you know? But like I said, it portrays, but you know, you're putting it on camera, you're putting it out there for the rest of the community, the Israelite community, to see it, like, oh yeah, that's cool, and yeah, party, you know, party Israelites, you know. But this is why we don't throw that spirit out there, because that's not the spirit we're supposed to be in anyway. We're not meant to be in this party spirit, like, oh yeah, come over and get yourself a plate, you know. Yeah, you know, that's not the vibration we're pushing out, man. Okay, like I said, you might have your own, you know, brothers get together, eat, drink in our own privacy. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that we put out there for the whole Israel to say, look, yeah, you know, because it's not about that. Yeah, we, you know, have a brotherhood and that, but it ain't about, you know, having peace and you know, better jubilation and you know, all this stuff. It's not really about that. So you can keep that private to yourself amongst the brotherhood, you know. They don't need to go out there, man, because like I said, these guys in, you know, in Israel, or maybe on the fringe of, you know, coming into this thing, man, they don't need to be you know, oh man, words are failing me today, man. They don't need to be brought up on that, so to speak, because it's not the right way. You know, if they're gonna be, oh well, yeah, you know, if they're coming in and go, oh yeah, we're gonna, you know, this is what it's about. This is what it means to be a Hebrew Israelite. No, it's not. No, it's not. Right? That's not what it means. You know, but many Jay, you know, are into that, like the whole party and you know, this falsehood, you know, the imagery of appearing great and all this kind of stuff. Like, you know, that's why IOIC got his members, and you know, these other camps, man. Some guys got the tough guy act, so that appeals to them. Some men have got the family and party spirit act, so that appeals to them. Some got the rapper act, that appeals to them. So they want to join these things because of these things, right? But when you get it from us, man, you're just getting the scriptures, man. Okay, you're just getting the scriptures, and you're getting it 100% correct. You know, nothing untouched, man. You know. But anyway, said, but take heed lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak. For if any man see that which has knowledge sit at meat in the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols, right? So they're just going to see what you do, and in their own mind think it's okay to eat unto idols, like it's okay to eat pork. It's not okay. But you're showing everybody else that, oh, this is what we do. This is what Israelites do. No, that's not what we do. That is not the way to do things. You know? It says, I want to finish it off. It says, through thy noise shall the weak be brother perish, for whom Yahushua died. Pardon me. But when ye sin so against the brethren and wound the weak conscience, ye sin against Yahushua. So you're at fault. Right? Even though you ate of a clean mind, so to speak, you ate, and you wasn't, you weren't worshiping no idol. You weren't thinking about no idol when you was eating, because there is no idols, right? But you caused someone else to go off. You know? And that's why you have to be mindful of your actions, man. You have to be mindful what you put out there, into the Israelite community. You have to be mindful before you do things, man. But these guys are not of their right mind anyway. They're going off anyhow. You know? It says, verse 13. Wherefore if meat make my brother to offend, I will eat no flesh. Don't do it. Don't bother, innit? If that's what it's gonna do, I ain't gonna do that. You know, in front of this brother, or, you know, amongst them, or whatever. You know? I ain't gonna do that. So I will eat no flesh while the world standeth, lest I make my brother to offend. Right? You don't want to cause him to go off. You know? Or take something the wrong way. So you won't participate in certain things around him, even though your conscience is clear. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, it's fine. But, you know, people get the wrong idea, and you don't want the weak to get the wrong idea and you know, go off, man. Become, you know, corrupted. All right. They get the wrong idea, you know, and that's happened plenty of times before, man. You know, with certain guys that misconstrued certain things that maybe the elders or apostles said in the past. They misconstrued things that, you know, and it was just because of lack of understanding, because their knowledge was small. You know what I'm saying? So when the apostle said things, it kind of flew over their head, and they kind of went, you know, a bit drastic with things, and it wasn't what was being said. You know, and then, you know, they start blaming the elders and the apostles. Oh, you know, you said this. But that's not what they said, because we didn't all take it the same way. You know what I'm saying? You know, we didn't all take it the same way. You know, some of us still have like women and children and stuff. No one was told to ban their children. You know, and their women and stuff like that. It was never said. All right. But you have to be able to perceive things, right? So, you know, at certain times it's like, well, maybe around these dudes, man, yeah, maybe I just won't do that, or maybe I just won't say that, because that'd be too deep. That'll bug that, you know, do that most likely. So I'm just gonna, you know, hold it down with that. You know, you gotta think about, you know, how you operate sometimes around certain people. You have to. But like I said, you know, filming all these things and putting out there to the wider Israel, and you're going off, man. You know, so it shouldn't even be out there. Let me grab this and close up in a second, right? So Amos chapter 5, verse 21 says, I hate and despise your feast days, right? Most saying I've been hearing our feast days for a long time. But for you to do that and offer up all that swine, you read the Maccabees and the swine that was offered on the altar, man. A man had to get put to death for that, man. You know, like, what are you doing? You know, no one saying trying to hear that. Oh yeah, we're gonna offer this day to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. What that abomination? Come on, man. Right? The Lord said, I hate and despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. All right. So the Lord ain't trying to hear none of that. Period. Right. This Proverbs chapter 14 and 18 says, the simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. Right? You obviously inherit folly, man. They're offering swine and stuff like that. It's just, you know, like I said, uneducated, man. All right, I'll close up. So let me close up with this. Yeah, 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 13, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime, you know, on a party and feasting, right? Spots they are, and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you, right? Because they ain't fucking right, you know. And they'll have you around for the, you know, for the party and stuff like that. Yeah, but you know, these guys ain't right. So they're having eyes full of adultery and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls. They're unstable. And heart that have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children. These men are cursed, man. Like, how can they be calling themselves Israelites, but they're, you know, got a table full of pork to eat? You know, calling them the name of the Lord. They're obviously bugged out. You know, and they're covetous, man. They want, like I said, they had an excuse to party and do all that, man. Look, it would have been more righteous, yeah. It would have been more righteous, yeah, if they just, you know, like if it was Thanksgiving Day and all they had was a fucking turkey, man. You know, like traditionally they just had turkey, right? No, Jake just seems to fuck everything up, and he just makes shit 10 times worse. How the fuck do you do that? You know, how did you do that? Jake always find a way, man. All right. This is verse 15, which have forsaken the right way and are gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Bosor, who loved the wages of unrighteousness, but was rebuked for his iniquity. And eventually that's going to come for all. The people's iniquity is going to get rebuked, right? They'll not, you know, start with the elders and apostles, they're, you know, getting rebuked for your foolishness, right? But eventually the Lord gonna come and judge man. All right. But as was rebuked for his iniquity, the dumb ass speaking with man's voice forbade the madness of the prophet. These are wells without water, okay, no substance, right? Clouds that are carried with a tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. Right? For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, right, they allure through the lust of the flesh, through much wantonness, those that were clean escape from them who live in error. While they promise them liberty, oh yeah, we every day is Yahweh Shai day, we gonna do this, and it's all good, right? While they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. Right? They're just corrupt, man. For of whom a man is overcome, of the same he is brought in bondage. For if after they have escaped the pollution of the world, they participate in the pollution of the world and just find a reason to do it, carry on doing it. They're just finding reasons to carry on the same bullshit they were doing in the world. Oh, we're going to change it. It's not Thanksgiving Day, it's Yahweh Shai Day. Every day Yahweh Shai Day, Mosai Day, and it's all well and good. If you was actually on point and was righteous and doing the right things and the right doctrines and stuff, maybe this would be a different conversation or a different type of video. Or if you didn't put it up for everyone to see, maybe we're talking different things. But the fact that you ain't on point, with a lot of stuff, then it ends up being this folly. For if after they have escaped the pollution of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai Mashiach, they are again entangled there, and you're entangling yourself back into the things of the world, and overcome, the latter end is worse with them than the beginning, right? Because really, you love the world and you want to do the things of the world still, and that's why it's like all these other camps. They like to combine things from the world into this Hebrew Israelite movement, man. And you can't do those things. These things are not compatible. This word is holy. It's separate. You can't bring in things from the world because that's what in the world, that's what you was vibing with. You can't bring that with you, man. That stays where it is in the world. And that, say you want to do a little rap and spit a few bars. Yeah, fine, right? But don't do it while you're teaching. Don't bring it into this truth, man. Do that at home. You're gonna make some beats or whatever. You do it at home in your spare time after you've done the word. After you put your videos and you've done your studying. You know what I'm saying? It says for it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. But it is happened unto them according to the true proverb: the dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. All right, so it's like what we said, man. These guys just end up waxing worse and worse and worse, and eventually, Lord, is going to get rid of them. So, it's like Elder Apostle Bar was saying, we're not mad. It's just it is what it is, man. They're stupid, they're foolish, right? And nothing they were doing was righteous. So, I say it had no business being put up there, for all to see. And like I said, I mean, as much as we talk about it, we know the elect, they ain't going to be deceived by something like that. They're going to come up the right way. They're going to find the truth, right? But it's still irresponsible for you to do that, Anyway, I got to go. I got to go to work, unfortunately. All right, so, with that, hopefully this was edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. So till next time, I say shalom.